Hey friends, it's Saturday. That means it's time for my favorite live stream of the week, the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I give specific answers. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. Let's get this thing going. I am so grateful to see all of you today. And oh my goodness gracious, Gianna, you have become a member. Yay, everyone. Gianna has become such an important part of this community, sharing so much wisdom with us and sharing her time and presence with us. And now she's become a member, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much. There is a whole playlist for you, a members only playlist, and tomorrow, members, Gianna and everybody else, if you're a member, we have a members only live stream, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And what we're doing is your personal cards. How to determine of the tarot deck which cards are your personal cards and what that means. What that says about you and what that means about those cards when they come up in a reading, when you're reading for yourself. That's what we're doing tomorrow. And if you can join us, please do. If not, if you're a member, please do plan on watching the replay. All right. Let's get going. Let us go. Here we go. And by the way, I don't know if there are tickets still available, but Karen Rontowski at Soul Theater in Boca last night. Oh my gosh. We had so much fun. We had like a lot of our tarot community in the front row. And I know there's a bunch of people from our community going tonight too. So worth it. That's all I can tell you. It's sold out, Audrey. Do you have a ticket? Are you going? So worth it. So worth it. But I will tell you that I had a conversation with Karen Rontowski. And there's some chance we'll get her for StarCon. There's some chance she will be with us. All right. Oh, Audrey, I am so sorry, but maybe you'll see her at StarCon. You never know. All right, she was interested. Anyway, okay. Let's get going. You know the drill. You ask a question, I give an answer. The preferred questions are specific. When I first started doing these, I was a real bitch about it. And my goal was specific question. That means do not ask what the universe wants me to know. Do not ask for a general reading. Specific. I've gotten to the point now where, okay, if you really can't think of a specific question, okay, I will do your general reading. But if you can come up with a juicy question for me, you know. I do, Justine. I like him juicy. I do. On Saturdays. All right, let's get going. Jeannie Mnuchin. Oh, and what deck am I working with? Modern Witch. The challenge, easy to read, hard to shuffle. That's the challenge. We'll see how I do. I'm not even going to try a riffle because I'll break my hands if I do. Well, maybe I will. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, but you must. So here it is. The riffle that breaks my hands. That's what I don't love about this deck. It's too stiff. Vaishali, I do have specific questions, but I'm not wanting to ask now because I'm feeling scared of what would be the answer. Fair, I understand. Do not ask if you do not want to know. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin. Yeah, they are. They're nice. Jeannie Mnuchin. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. I found a workshop next month, which I hope will help with my emotional healing, spiritual growth, and creative expansion. I know that's a lot to ask. It's a mask workshop at Earth Dance. Will this help me in those areas? It means missing a day of the bilingual storytelling class, but my partner can't come on that day anyway. Should I teach a class I'm so confused now. Oh, okay. Should I teach a class on Monday without Annalisa, or have a long break and add a class back in on Monday, June the 3rd? I understand. Okay. So first of all, the workshop that you're going to do, I think is really going to be helpful. I think it will show you some different ways of doing things, new ways of doing things, and I think it will open you up. I think it will be challenging, but I think it will be interesting and helpful. So go in with an open mind. I like it. Now, should you teach the class without your partner on Monday, the 27th, May 27th, or have a long break? I honestly feel like, I can make an argument either way for that. If you teach the class without your partner, you can handle that. The long break may not be ideal. Better to teach the class and not have a long break. All right. Julie, good to see you. Can I have a reading about the person V in my class? Is she a good person? What about her intentions toward me? How to handle it? Okay. Is V... She's not a satisfied person. It feels like she's trying to be your friend. I think she can be generous. So she's trying to be your friend. That's her intention. But she might not be a person that you really want to be friends with. Like, you may not like her energy. When we look at how you're feeling about her, you're feeling a little defensive. And I think you're feeling that way for a reason. So I don't want to say I think she's a bad person. I think she's offering you friendship, but I think you have to feel whatever you authentically feel and act accordingly. Jennifer, I saw God in my dream. Okay. Any message for me from him? So if God, and if you mean God, like you didn't capitalize it, so I don't know which God you're talking about. I know the Abrahamic God likes to be capitalized, so I have no idea which God you are talking about that you saw in your dream. But what I'm going to say to you, Jennifer, I'm going to decline this reading, and I don't mean to do that in a disrespectful way, but here's why I'm going to decline it. If a God is coming into your dreams, I think you're more qualified to get a message from that entity than I am. So I'll leave that one up to you, my friend. And feel free to ask a different question. Preetha. Today, family near my parents' plot want to illegally occupy a little land in our plot. What is their intention? Will this problem grow? Why did we not attend the phone when my dad contacted him to speak about this issue? So their intention, well, they're not happy where they were. But they're not honest about what they're doing either, I feel like. I mean, I don't know that their intention is bad. You might be able to accommodate them, but the way they are going about it and refusing to communicate is not good. So I feel like if there can be communication, you can work something out. Without communication, you cannot trust this, and you have to protect. Diana, I'm seeing what you're saying. I don't know what you're not seeing, but I am seeing I'm seeing you. There is that. Kimmy's Divination Station, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. My son has been hospitalized. I'm sorry, but I do recognize it's probably a good thing. Please pull a card about the care he is getting. I mean, he's getting the care he needs. It may not be the care he wants, but I think he's getting the care that he needs the best way they know how to give it to him. How does he feel about being there? He is pissed. I do not think he's happy to be there. I do not think he's happy at all to be there. And I hope they can keep him long enough to actually get some work done here. What will his post hospitalization look like? Am I assuming that I'm assuming I think I know the sort of hospitalization and what it is, but I could be wrong. But I'm kind of going with a specific assumption. And the specific assumption is, well, post-hospitalization it's going to depend on whether he's able to sign himself out against medical advice or if he's able to stay. And, it's going to matter. He should stay for a while if he can. That's the thing. Is my caregiving him at my home the best option? I think it's the worst option. I mean, it may be what you have to do. I'm not saying it won't happen that way, but I think that is the worst option. I think that it would be so much better in the long run for him to have a staff that takes care of him and a family that spends time with him. You see the difference? That would be ideal. That would be ideal if you could make it happen. Kimi posted, feel free to send me a message and let me know what's going on. I know this is hard. But I also feel like he is where he needs to be right now, and that's good. Okay. Oh, Kimmy. Okay. It is mental health. Okay, you're here. Excellent. Sorry. Why did I not look over there? I'm so intent on doing the reading. I'm not looking for the conversation that you're providing. Hello. Glad you're here. It is for mental health. Okay, that's what I thought. He has to stay. He's getting medication. Good. Because I feel like once they find the right medication for him and get him stabilized. But here's the problem. Kimmy. Everything makes sense. Okay, good. Here's the problem. I think there's a part of him that is dealing with some Peter Pan stuff that may not be specifically related to his diagnosis. And I think subconsciously, this may not even be known to him, but there's a part of him that does not want to be well because when he's well, he's going to have to do responsibilities. He's going to have to adult. And he's not realizing that once he feels well, he'll want to adult. So I think he's terrified of adulting, and there's a part of him that would like to stay unwell, so he has an excuse not to adult. And the part he is failing to recognize is that adulting can be a lot of fun. And so the incentive that you can give him is to sort of regale him with stories of all the fantastic and wonderful and fun things that he could choose to do once he's well. Might help. Good luck. Okay. I'm sorry you're going through that. It's so hard. Okay, 64 Amy Penn. Good to see you. I'm wondering what's going on with my coworker, Sophia. Will she leave the company? There's definitely an issue here. And I don't know if Sophia's your best friend at work or whatever, but I don't trust her. Sorry to say, I don't trust her. But I think there's ways she can be helpful and maybe even ways she means well. Will she leave the company? I don't know. I do not know. I do not know, but I do not trust her, but I also can find her helpful. So manage that. Oh, Kimmy, I like that. Thank you. Good, 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 good. Gemini Sun. Oh, I'm going to love this. You know I'm going to love this. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. Oh, Cassandra, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Okay, and I am loving this, everyone. Check out how Gemini Sun is doing this. This is fabulous. Fabulous. I can't post the exact question, but sending the exact energy, and yes, friends, this is an option. Can't post it for reasons of privacy? Understood. Sending the exact energy to me right now, psychically, Gemini Sun, right here. Send it right here. When will this difficult situation be over or figured out? Soon. Really, really soon. Really, really soon. I promise you. And there may be other people who can help with this. And the outcome will be good. So I'm sorry you're going through a difficult thing. There is help available, and this will be over soon in the best way possible. And Madiha Ness, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Similarly, and I love this, which is better, A or B? And how would EA or EB work out? Do I know what she's talking about? No. You've probably figured out that there are some times that people here ask veiled questions, but I know them and I know what they're talking about. I do know Ness, but I don't know what Ness is talking about in this particular thing. Okay, so which is better? A? B is definitely better than A. I'll tell you that. How would EA work out? And how would EB work out? EB is better than EA. EA, same shit, different day. Have you guys noticed, man, I just broke open the swear container and I just never bothered to put it back in the jar. Is that bad? You'll have to let me know. If I'm getting too potty mouthed, let me know. I can clean it up. Seriously. But B is best and EB is best. Okay. Oh, Diana, did your question drop off the top? I am so sorry. Diana Price, I'm gonna shoot you on in since your question dropped off the top. Diana Price, thanks for being a member. Kimmy's divination station. Just let it fly, Christiana. Just let it fly. All right. I'm going with Kim's directive unless anyone else has anything to say about it. Aubrey, cussing is my favorite seasoning on language. It is mine too. It is mine too. And I know different people feel different ways about it. I don't want to offend anybody, but it is my natural, it is my mother tongue. It really is. Milk and Honey Tarot, absolutely yes. Ask a question. All right. Diana Price, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. What will be my biggest challenge in the new place? Well, the thing is, I don't know that the new place is going to be that challenging. I feel like your biggest challenge is the same challenge you always have, getting everything done, taking care of everything, doing all the things. But I think the new place is going to be less challenging than many other places you've been. Okay. Back to the list as I see it. Okay. Oh, there's a reason for this. Mix you here. You are up next. You are up next. Absolutely. But I have to laugh. Gianna, you have noticed something about me. Yes, it's true. I think one of my favorite things is that you will always say goodness instead of God, but proceed to swear up a storm. It cracks me up. I love it. That is because, okay, I was raised Christian. Dad, Methodist minister. Mom, Sunday school teacher. Sang in the choir. Loved to sing in the choir, actually. I do not take the name of the Lord in vain. I don't. I do not say OMG with the G-O-D. I do not say G-O-D damn. I do not say the name of the Son of God as I swear. Do I believe in these mythological creatures? In a weird way, yes. In a weird way, no. But I know for a fact that it is super offensive to my Christian friends to take the name of God in vain. And so I do not do that. But the 4-letter words, I got no problem with them. So yes, that's why I do that. Honestly, just to honor my upbringing and to honor those around me who honor their deities using those names. So yes, that's why I do that. Thank you for noticing. That's like such a specific thing about me to notice. I'm like really honored that you noticed that. All right. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. Mix you here. Michelle, I hope you're doing super, super well today. I'm happy to see you. If I ask for a new OHIP covered therapist, will I get a better one that I can keep? This government has effed with our health care so much. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That I'm afraid I'll lose the affordable therapy I managed to finagle. And maybe it's just to stay with this woman, even if it's just for venting. Wow. Here we go. If you ask for a new OHIP covered therapist, will you get a better one that you can keep? Yeah, I mean, it looks maybe. Are you better to stick with the one you have or to ask for another one? Honestly, I think it's worth the risk to ask for another one. I know it's a risk. I understand. But I think it's worth it. And if you do this, are you in danger of leaving yourself with no therapist? For a short period of time, that could happen, but not in the long run. And the chances that it would create improvement and better therapy are good in the long run. Justine, that's why we love you. You always keep it trill. True plus real. Trill. I love it. I love it. No, I understand, Mix. You are, it's an intelligence issue. You're a really smart person. Really smart people need a smart therapist who will hold their feet to the fire. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Lumen, you are up next. I went out with my friend PB yesterday, and like always, can't tell if he's into me romantically. Oh my gosh. What's his deal? Just business friends, or does he want more? He often brings up scenarios about relationships that seems related to us in a roundabout way, but maybe I'm reading just too much into it. I don't know. That sounds like a huge frustration. And exactly the kind of thing we would want to ask the cards, for sure. You know, this is one of those cases where ideally he'd tell you, but since he won't, so let's see. What is the deal with him? I think he's nervous about relationships because of things in his past. So he's kind of afraid to do that. Does he find you attractive? See, I think the reason he's not saying anything and the reason you don't know is he doesn't know. You're getting mixed messages because he has mixed feelings in his head. Now, his feelings about you specifically, everyone. Is there anyone here? If I say his feelings about you specifically, and we see this card, is there anyone here who's going to say, nah, he's not into you? He is obviously into you in some way, and you can see it. But there's a difference between like being into somebody and actively feeling ready for a relationship, feeling like the logistics and the circumstances could work, all of that. So let's ask, could there be a relationship here? Unclear. So what should you do? I do not think you should make a move, and I do not think you should start a conversation. I think you should just be present for the friendship and let this person lead. Do I think if you did get together that you would be compatible? Unclear. And unclear is my nice way of saying, like, looking at it like maybe the question is not, is this person into you? But really, should you be into this person? Not that it's a bad person at all. Not at all. I think there's a lot of baggage that person's carrying, and maybe that's just too much. So that was a very long answer that gave you only some information. But let's recap. Into you, yes. Going to make a move, unclear. Issues belong to him, not you. It's not about you. Not even sure if there's compatibility there anyway. Don't make a move. Wait and see what happens. How about that? Yeah, Lumen, it's very confusing. Exactly what I've been doing, just viewing him as a friend. Right now, that's all you can do. Yeah, that's all you can do. And mixture, yeah, I actively want to heal my shit, and I need someone who will point things out I'm not seeing and who won't let me change the subject and divert it. Yes. Yeah, I totally get it. And there is like a whole school of therapy where the therapist just sort of doesn't do that. And I don't know the different kinds of therapy. I'm not a therapist. I didn't go to school for that. But there's definitely other kinds of therapists that will. All right. Nalini, did I show up in your dreams? I am honored, man. I love showing up in people's dreams. Nalini, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I really appreciate you. Okay, here it is. I had a dream that you were looking at pics on my phone. Happy to do it. We were outdoor in a covered area. Weather was nice. Well, we would have to be, if we're in Florida, we would have to be in a covered area because shade. I need shade. I told you I felt hurt about my friendship with B and how things turned out. My ex-husband was sitting behind us. He got up and said, things don't always turn out as planned. And then, remember this is the ex-husband, he jumped into a canal, completely disappeared into the most disgusting green, thick, mossy water. And if you don't know Florida, we have these really gross canals, a lot of them. We need them so that we don't flood, but they're not nice. You don't swim in them. He jumped into a canal, completely disappeared into the most disgusting, green, thick, mossy water. It even had white stuff grown on the water. It was so thick and gross. He jumped in feet first and went completely under. I love this. I love this. What does this dream mean? Okay, so we have elements in the dream. Okay. I was looking, you and I are together. So first of all, which I think would be fun, maybe would happen someday because we're both in Florida. But what does that mean, first of all, that you and I were together? It's grounding for you, that's grounding. So in this dream, being in this covered space with me represents grounding. I'm looking at pictures on your phone. What does that mean? And y'all, crash course in dream interpretation. I think it's reviewing, because what are our pictures? They're our past, it might just be yesterday, but it's still that's our history. It's our personal history, the pictures on our phone. So I'm looking through your history, and that's healing. You are healing from your history. We're talking about the hurt that you're dealing with right now. So you're processing that hurt. You're actively processing that hurt. Your ex-husband is behind, and he is on the timeline. He is behind on the timeline, but he has been a presence all of this time, because that feels like the marriage and then the divorce feels like these things on your timeline, that timeline we're seeing on your phone. He was a problem. He was a problem. He screwed up the timeline, man. He really did. But then he says, things don't always turn out as planned, which is A, not taking responsibility, but okay. It's also relinquishing any responsibility for you. And then he disappears into what is arguably one of the funniest, grossest, scariest parts of Florida, are canals. Don't walk your cute little dog by a canal, because an alligator could come out and have lunch. And he just disappears all the way. Done. Gone. So what does this dream mean? I'm going to say it is all about your processing and healing of your life and getting ready to move forward. And what the card would say here is processing your past, understanding your past, and then being able to move forward. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let me know what you think. Topeka! I am doing well, thank you. Hope you are too. I've been seeing the numbers 1111, 111, 222, 444, and 555 almost everywhere and almost daily, even on the clock. Can you please tell me if it means something, and if yes, then what? So, there's a lot of things about repetitive numbers that mean something to people. Is it a specific message for you? I think at the very least, Topeka, the fact that you're seeing these messages very regularly right now, that you're seeing these numbers, see, I'm calling them messages, the fact that you're seeing these numbers very frequently is a message to trust yourself, that your angels are with you and you're on the right path. That's where I would take it. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I'm curious about my spirit guides. Well, they're curious about you too. Very good. Sorry, I'm just playing with you, but whatever. All right. Who are they? If some are my loved ones who have passed on, who are they, and do they have messages for me? Let's do this. I love it. Okay, who are your guides? Okay, you have multiple guides. I would say okay, you've got a nice team. You really do. Your team, your army, whatever you want to call it, you've got a nice one. There is of loved ones in spirit. I'm curious to know if you have a male friend or family member. I'm thinking older, like it feels patriarchal perhaps, who is in spirit, who has passed on, who either is known to you or like passed on right before you were born. Like, for example, my grandfather died while my mother was pregnant with me, so I never met him, but I've always felt him around me. So it could be one of those. It could be that kind of thing too. So there is a gentleman from your family. You have two. Both grandfathers, one you have not met. And they're both in spirit. So it's one or maybe both of those. And I'm going to say perhaps both because of this too. So I'm going to say both of them at the very least. And the one you have not met, I think has been with you since birth. The one who passed when you were 4, I think has been with you since then. Who else is around you? There is a female from your family as well, or the sense of female ancestry. And that might just be like all the matriarchs. Like my friend Terry, who does Strega, is always talking about the nonas, right? That's the grandmothers. All the nonas, all the nonas. So that's what that feels like to me. But then you also have guides that are with you, that are specifically with you to help you in this lifetime. And these guides could be ancestors, angels, could be those who have never been human, but they have chosen you because of you and because they think they can help you and work with you. So you have a full boatload. All your aunts and grandmothers on your dad's side are gone. I feel my grandmother a lot lately, so this could be your grandmother for sure. So yeah, you've got the full ancestors, you've got grandparents, and the angels and guides and all of that as well. Messages. Okay, so you've been feeling your grandmother a lot lately. Well, that's because she's been talking to you a lot lately. And is there a message today? Yeah. And it's specific to the job. She feels that you are internally really feeling bad about what's happened with your job. And she's like, go find the next best thing. Go find the right thing. Do not worry about this transition. That's really the message. So clearly, your guides are very, how do I want to say it? They're very sort of connected to what you're at in real time right now, so you can ask them for help. Absolutely. In fact, task your grandmother with helping you find a perfect job, or the closest to perfect you could get. Hey, River's Edge, haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. All right, Trey Cameron. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I knew we were going to do this today, and there it is. So we're going to do it. Oh, Barbie, that was really lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Trey, I know you've lost your aunt recently. You want to know if she has any messages, if she's okay? Certainly. So looking at her in life, so I feel like she was a capable person who may have lost a lot of her capability before she died. And so wasn't the happiness, she was an alcoholic. But you know what? Well, she had the narcissism that goes along with alcoholism, certainly. But, I mean, she was at heart a talented, decent person. She may even have had some of the talents and skills that you have. She just had issues with it. So by the time she died, or was getting to I think by the time she died, she was not in the most conscious state. And she had given up a lot. But I'm going to say she had a good heart. Trey, yeah, she was. I did love her, but she definitely had a lot of problems. And this is one of those sad ones where if she could have mastered those problems, she could have had a better life. She did have a good heart. She absolutely did. And this is one of those cautionary tales, man. So when she got to the other side, I think when she got to the other side, she was greeted by someone she knew, looks female, and immediately had to heal from and deal with all the issues of addiction. And we understand, bad people are not addicted. People do bad things sometimes when they are addicted. But addictions happen either because of a physical predisposition, and or self-medication for a really bad hurt. So this is a person who had a really bad hurt that she was never able to heal in life. And I feel like she is right here, right now, able to do her healing. She did not heal in life because she was not able to heal in life. Where she is able to heal. Does that mean she is happy right now? No, she is in whatever heavenly rehab looks like. But she will be. She will be. She is doing the work she needs to do, and she is healing and releasing what she needs to release. Will you hear from her? You will. When she's ready, she will send you very clear signs. And I think she's going to become a guardian to you. I think she wants to inspire you. And Trey says, that's kind of what I felt. I saw this near-death experience that said some souls have to heal on the other side. Yes, it is so true. We all have to heal. And whatever healing we don't do here, we're doing on the other side, without question. And Trey, that's kind of what I felt like she was doing. Well, you're very welcome, and I'm so sorry for your loss. Smile Soul 20, good to see you. Thanks for being here. February, you're so funny. You're up next. My Saturday sampler question is, what's next? Hope this will suffice. Guess it will, because we're going to do it. Spin the wheel. Anything can happen. Seriously. Anything can happen. We wish to avoid poverty. We wish to avoid what has already happened before. We want to make good decisions. And I do think that there could be employment and greater stability for you. But we want to avoid problems. That's really the key. So you got to do it carefully. What's next? You're going to make careful decisions. All right. Baby Cakes, you are up next. There is a high possibility that I will get a short 2-month contract job. Am I going to be happy that I took it? How is this job going to be? Will they give it to me? Will the family be happy with me? I'm going to have a trial in person on Monday. Okay, well, we're just going to work right backwards. How will Monday go? Good. I think Monday will go well. Will the family be happy with you? Very. How is this job going to be? Good. Am I going to be happy that I took it? Extraordinarily. And okay, it's a short 2-month contract job. That's fabulous. That's great. But could it lead to something else? Because it looks really good. It looks really good. Could it lead to something else, something more? Yeah. It could lead to a referral or something else. This is good. You almost never get, not just you, baby cakes, but any of us. We almost never get the truth stick about something good. It's usually me admonishing you. But this feels good to me. Let us know, but it feels really good. Okay. George, good to see you. Can I ask what Sherry's feeling toward me? Has anything changed? I wonder if there's a money thing. Like, does this person owe you money, or do you need to get money from this person? Like, there might be some question or conversation about money. Other than that, no changes. JD Estrada, good to see you. Why do I keep having dreams that I have a child with my XP? Do we have something unfinished? This is a repetitive dream. So you have a recurring dream that you have a child with your ex. What an interesting thing. Oh my goodness. So first of all, okay, there's a bunch of questions here. First of all, looking at the ex and just what that relationship was, I feel like there was a moment with this person where you really thought that you were going to build something, and then it became clear that you didn't. When I look at who P was to you, I think P was disrespectful to you. But I think in the moment when you were with P, you were really hoping it could work. I think this was someone you were hoping it could work. So now you have a repetitive dream that you have a child together. And in the dream, I think there's times you're happy about the child. Like, it doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world. But we don't want to have a child with P. There is no way we would ever want to have a child with P. I'm sorry, but we don't. Why do you keep having this dream? I think it is you working through. There was something about P that was pivotal for you. Something about what you thought that relationship was, or how you got treated, or how you processed it. So I think this is an invitation to go back and look at the timeline with P and reprocess it and find new lessons. There are new lessons for you. Or, yeah, exactly that. Find the lessons there. I think the baby, I don't think you have unfinished business with this person, God no. But I think you have unfinished business. Oh my gosh, did I just take the name of the Lord in vain when I said I never would? I did. I am so sorry. I don't do that. Well, sometimes I will say, good Lord, no. I will say that. But that feels like an invocation. So I apologize. No, I don't usually do that. That's funny. Anyway. I don't think the unfinished business is with P. I think the unfinished business is in processing the lessons from P to help you move on. Let me know what you think about that. Oh, Febborn, just the best you are. Well, thank you so much. Okay. Joy, thank you for being here. I hope you've had a great week. Thank you, I have. I hope you have too. My question is, what should I do about the issues I'm having with my home purchase? Ooh, I'm sorry. We don't like to have those kinds of issues. Okay, do not regret. Do not regret. Stand up for yourself where you need to stand up for yourself. Fight the battles that you can fight. There are legal things involved here. Keep your emotions out of it. Find the experts that can help you. And in the long run, it'll be okay. But keep your emotions out of it. Be strategic and find the people who can help you, and stand up for what you need to stand up for. All right. Justine, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you. Okay. I wasn't able to book with the doctor I need to see here at home until May 16th, so a few weeks. Is it the right move for me to go back to Galveston to continue to job search in the meantime? Or is there any value for me to stay in the Woodlands for the next couple of weeks? I hate all of this floating back and forth, really looking to establish my own sense of home and foundation from which to grow and build upon going forward. Justine, we're only talking about a couple of weeks. It's just a couple of weeks. I really want to start being social again and maybe even dating, but obviously finding a job is top priority. The tug of war back and forth is making it hard for me to remain solid and focused on this. Okay, I get this. But I also, I feel like you're making it bigger than it needs to be. I mean, it's not that far away. These two places are not that far away. So you've got a couple of weeks. You could go back to Galveston, look for a job, meet people, make friends, and be in Galveston, and absolutely do that. If you were to stay in the Woodlands between now and that doctor's appointment, I think there might be a couple of friends you need to see. There might be a purchase you need to make while you're there. But take care of business and go back to Galveston and then come back when it's time to go to the doctor. That's what I think. Melissa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. There's a work gathering in D.C. in a few weeks. I have a personal conflict that I do not want to reschedule. Tiff, I have not done you yet. No, haven't done you yet. You're good. Okay, Melissa. There is a work gathering in D.C. in a few weeks. I have a personal conflict that I do not want to reschedule. Do I need to go to D.C. for this program, or is it okay if I skip it? It's good to go, but it feels like it's okay to skip it. So let's ask this. If you don't go, what will be the result of not going? It's fine. Skip to my loo. It's fine. Christina R., good to see you. What's it going to take for me to finally obtain a new clinical site so I can finish out my program? I'm so close to done, but I feel like it's never going to finish. I know people who are walking away from their education and the career they wanted because they're in your situation, and I'm glad you're not going to do that. So what's it going to take? What it will take is your continued pounding on the pavement to find what you need and having anxiety and getting rejected and dancing with the devil on this one, my friend. But you will do it, and it will happen, and it will be secure, and you'll get what you want. It will happen. Yes, Christina, I know you're tempted to walk away, but please don't. Please don't. Please don't. I know so many people are. You of all people should not. Should not. Just keep going. Okay. DH, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe want me to know? I feel like you're grappling with some thoughts, choices, and decisions, some of which might be good for you, but some of which might not be good for you. I wonder if you've talked yourself into doing something, believing something, participating with someone, being in a situation with someone where you're telling yourself it's a good idea, but it's really not. Be careful. It's true, Christina, you're right. I won't. Just have to keep reminding myself that this is worth it, and I'll never have to do formal schooling again after this. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Adrija with a question for Ayush. Very good. Recently, my work has been very stressful. How long will this be, and is there any advice for me? Honestly, it's going to be worth it, my friend. The advice is hang in there. The advice is breathe and let go of the stress. Things are going to improve. Now, is this improving in the same job? I don't know if it's like a promotion or some sort of change, but I see a very clear improvement. Is there anything you have to do to make the improvement happen? Just don't let the stress get the best of you. Stay on top of things and it will be well. Santiago, what can I expect from Messi Cardona? Is there a possibility to become friends with benefits? Not sure if I could like him sexually. Is there a spark? I think you could talk yourself into it. Like, it can happen. Like, there's those people where you're like, I don't know. But then you're like, okay, whatever. And it works. I think you could give this a try. I do. Gianna, thanks for being here. Thanks for becoming a new member. We really appreciate you. The house next door to us just sold. What will our new neighbors be like? How will their change affect us? Or it could just be turned into an Airbnb. Let's see. So, will it be people living there or an Airbnb? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen in this place. That's really interesting. I'm not sure. So let's just see, how will you be affected by whatever's happening next door? If it's new neighbors, they'll be friendly. There's nothing here to worry about. I think it's either going to be friendly or neutral. Nothing to worry about. And Jeannie reminding us to like this video. Thank you so much. Yes, please do. Yes, please do. Okay, and for you, Adrija, 4 publishing companies have expressed interest. Congratulations. Which one is the best for me? Okay. Here we go. 4 publishing companies. Red Grab, Loxley. We don't like Loxley. Papertown, Calamos. I like the last one, Calamos Bust. And next to that, I like Red Grab. And I realize I just did you all out of order, but I got you. Okay. Allie Mammon. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. What does the universe and guardian spirits want me to focus on to start my next level upgrade? Is it health, career, or relationships, and the steps to take action? Okay. It's health, and it's health of body, mind, and spirit. What do you do to build that? What are those steps there? Practice self-love and good self-talk. And create for yourself practices that are not so stringent that you're going to give up on them, but that really do make a difference. Susan Talks, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Christine Hollowell, yours is the next question, I see. Will new job opportunities be coming in for me soon? And will it be where I'm currently living? New job opportunities coming soon. I would say yes, and likely through people that you know. Will it be where you are living? Again, I would say yes, and again, likely through people you know. Lisa E. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. What will the relationship between me and JMK be? Problematic. And perhaps untrustworthy. I'm sorry, but there it is. Lisa Byroads, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Is it realistic I will be financially able to move to South Carolina when my lease runs out end of August? And am I ever going to find a guy that's worth hanging on to that can put up with me? All right. Will you be financially able to move in this time frame? Maybe not in the time frame. There may be a way to make the move, but it may not be in that time frame. And will you be able to find a guy? Well. Let's see what we got here. I think the key is you got to do you. Like, you have to learn how to do you first. And put closure to some things from the past. And recognize that you're defensive in this area. But yes, short answer, yes. Yes. Short answer, yes, you can. Maria Baresi, good to see you. Anthony and I have Tony on the brain lately. Is he still around him? What guidance does he give? Certainly. To you, Tony, first of all, just reminds you how grateful he is for the life he had with you. And reminds you that he is always with you. And that he is trying to help you find the stability you need. For your son, Tony is concerned that Anthony may be having a hard time sort of figuring out how to make things work in his life. And he feels like it's because of lack of flexible thinking. So he would like Anthony to become more of a flexible thinker. Okay. Oh, I just overscrolled significantly. Give me a minute. Oh my gosh. How did I do that? I'm sorry. Okay, got it. Audrey M., you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe wish me to know today? That you are loved, that you are loved, that you are loving, that you have friends around you, and you may be feeling overwhelmed by some things. You can handle it. You can handle whatever. You will have what you need. And as long as you have love, you will be able to create everything else. How about that? Aubrey, good to see you. My question, will my husband get this amazing job he's in the running for? And if so, is it a good opportunity? Is he likely to get it? It could go either way. It really could go either way. I'm not sure, but let's look at this. If he were to get it, would it be a good opportunity for him? Maybe not as much as he thinks it is. Like, it's packaged as an amazing job. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. There's a lot about this that I'm really unsure about. I'm unsure about whether he'll get it, and I'm unsure if it's amazing. So the advice here, when we look at your husband, is I feel like he really wants a change and he really wants to move forward. Tell him to be patient. Things of quality have no fear of time. He will get ultimately what he wants. I don't know that it's this job. Okay, Vaishali, good to see you. What are my guardian angels' messages to me? What do they want me to know? They want you to know that it is worth working on and learning what you're working on and learning, and it will serve you very well in life. Selma, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What was the meaning of last night's dream? You are loved and supported, but there may be people around you who act like they love and support you, but maybe are not acting with your best interest at heart. Know who is who. Smile Soul 20, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. A general reading about my love life, where you've been feeling kind of defensive and alone, looking for a person who would be right for you and not finding one. But that can change in any moment, so keep looking. Maybe think about dating apps while you're there. Okay. And Tiff, I got to you. Thanks for being here. Husband taking new job, moving us back to Florida. Welcome in advance. How things will go telling my ex concerning our daughter. Will it go smoothly? How will your ex be about this? As long as you have a good plan. I mean, he's going to try to make you feel bad because he always tries to make you feel bad. I don't see him trying to stop you legally. He just wants to, he'll need to make sure there is a good plan to make this work for everybody. And I think it'll be okay. Oh, Lisa, this is kind. Before I forget, thank you, Christiana, and everyone that joined her for the positive energy for healing when I was so sick on Monday. Much appreciated. Ben, Libra Does Tarot, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you, and thanks for being a moderator. What would be better for me right now? The astrology course and the runes course, or maybe neither? Astrology, I mean, yes, but is now the time? Maybe not. Do the runes, do the runes. Then you can teach me. Do the runes. No, you got to do something. Do the runes. The runes, the runes, the runes. Do the runes. Martha Vink, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Appreciate you. Vicky, sure. It's so good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. My husband is getting busy with work and projects. Any idea if it's all going to turn out well? Any suggestions or guidance from the universe? So regarding what your husband's up to, yeah, I think it's going to be great. And general advice, nurture him in what he's doing, nurture yourself in what you're doing, and all will be well. Rosemarie, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I want to find a nice area of Florida to move to, but I was wondering if moving back home to PA is a better option. I really don't want to move home. I know I could get on my feet faster, but I believe I'd be depressed and think of my husband more. Well, then why do you keep calling it home? That is always my question. When people talk about places they used to be as home, but they don't want to go there, why do you call it home if you don't want to go there? Either it is your home and you do want to go there, or it's not your home and you're just screwing yourself up by referring to it that way. I'm not on you about that. I just know a lot of people do this and it always makes me laugh. So let's see. Would you be happier in Florida or Pennsylvania? You would be happier in Florida. Is it easier to come to Florida or Pennsylvania? I would say it's hard either way. It's hard either way. I mean, I feel like depending on where you go in Florida, like when I moved to Florida, the cost of living was cheaper here. Not necessarily true anymore. So there's that. But the idea that you could, like, you have the idea that if you went to Pennsylvania, you would get on your feet more quickly. Is that true? No. It's not. It's not. So there you go. Free Shadow, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. A former friend wants to be friends again. I ended our friendship a year ago because we only did what she wanted and she never asked me about my life. She had a mental breakdown and still struggles. She now asked me to be her friend and talk to her 1 hour a week on Sunday. I'm having a reaction to that. I'm like looking like, am I breaking out in hives? Like, that is the weirdest friendship request I've ever heard. And it feels like, yeah, that tracks. That freaking tracks. Okay, I will read the cards. But this is requiring a little bit of a rant, my friend, because you stopped the friendship because she wasn't being a good friend. And she comes back and she's like, okay, I've been through a hard time. Can I get weekly therapy with you? And Free Shadow's right. She's already put her spin on it. Excuse me, like she wants to define what she wants from you. Okay. So obviously you know what my personal answer to this would be. Like, I'm sorry you've been going through a tough time, but I'm not your therapist. And I don't work on Sundays. Well, I actually do work on Sundays. But, I mean, the point is, that's a ridiculous, like, no. And Free Shadow's coming back. Yup. So let's see what the cards say about this. Should you be friends with this person? If you want to, if you're missing this person, if you're like, oh man, I would like nothing more than to help this person, then by all means do. But I feel like you have to have enough confidence in yourself and be healed enough that if you want to have a boundary, you can have a boundary with this person. So, Troy Associate, I love Christiana. Yeah, see, we've got a lot of support here. Topeka, that's almost manipulative, yeah. Lumen, she sounds selfish. So yeah, all that. Okay. And I'm sorry, that sounds terrible. Troy Associate's like, bye, girl. Right. Madib, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Yeah, that's like a bye, Felicia, I think. Oh my gosh. Cassandra, good to see you. Thanks for being here. You're up next. Free shadow. Awesome. That's what I got. Sorry, find your own therapist. I'm not your mother. I don't owe it to you. There it is. Okay, well done. Cassandra, thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Thanks for the super sticker. Really appreciate you. Okay, Cassandra, why can't I get my shit together long enough to make progress in my weight loss journey? Been struggling on and off ever since giving birth. I need help on how to stay consistent. 2.5 years later, by the way. I don't know if I should ask for a different type of weight loss method at my doctor or join a place that I'll actually enjoy like I used to. So first of all, could you please speak in a more kind tone when speaking about my friend Cassandra? Your shit is perfectly well together, my friend. This is not an issue of not getting your shit together. I promise you. That's not the problem here. That's not the problem here. So first of all, the way you're characterizing this, like this is some kind of grand moral failing on your part, wrong, wrong, wrong. You have not failed. If I remember correctly, you made a whole ass human and have been working a very, very difficult job while young human's father has been for a lot of the time on deployment serving our nation. So let us be kind to you. Let's talk about how to solve the problem, but let's do it in a kind way. Should you, Joyous Ocean, I love that you're here, like you're like here halfway and then doing your other things. I love you. I love that you're here. Thank you. Okay, so should you ask your doctor for a different type of, I think you should talk to your doctor about your concerns. Talk to your doctor about your concerns and see what is said. Should you join a place that you will actually enjoy like you used to, like using a weight loss method like you've done before, I don't know if that's going to work either. I think it needs to be something new. I don't think we're going back. I think it needs to be something new. So talk to your doctor and come up with a new plan that works, that involves you loving yourself, every pound of you. And when there are fewer pounds of you, you will still love yourself. And so I think a new program is needed. Okay. Scrolling through. Milk and Honey Tarot. I see a request for reading. Oh, got it. I got it. And you're up next. Cassandra. Wow, thank you. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, I recognize that here in the US, a lot of us are overweight and we're like a fat nation. I mean, I do understand that, but I also understand the reasons for it. And I understand how much it is, for most of us, not our fault. Not our fault. Did you miss your reading, Aubrey? Yes. Yes, I have done you. Yes. Yes, and I can't remember it in order to reiterate it. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. Okay. Milk and Honey Tarot. Still nothing about what's next with work. My boss just mentioned new opportunities. Hello, new opportunities. Will I get an opportunity soon? It's not as soon as you would like. When your boss mentions new opportunities, your boss very much wants you to stay and very much wants to reward you, but your boss does not have anything solid for you yet, but ultimately will. Is it worth being patient? It is worth being patient, but also proactive in the ways you can be, letting the boss know we are ready for growth. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Trace Ocean, you told Jada she needs to cuss more? That's hilarious. Okay, scrolling through. Next question. Penny, for your thoughts. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Is V being blackmailed? Maybe. Something akin to it. Maybe, yeah. I think there's something going on there. And Rose, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Got the realtor. House is about to be listed. House is clean. When do you see DH and I moving out of this house? I mean, relatively soon. I think we're talking months, not weeks. Months, not weeks, but it is happening. So we're moving forward and it's good. Oh, Martha Vink. Yay, I love this question for you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. River's Edge, no, you're next after Martha. I haven't done you yet. So I'm going to do Martha, then I'm going to do you, River's Edge. Martha, who's on my spiritual team? How can I better connect with them? Do they have a specific message? Who's on the team? People who have been with you since birth, your dad recently, but like ancestors since birth. And I wonder if there was a relative that you had who died when you were fairly young, like before the age of 5. I think that person as well. But like, I swear to goodness, you've got like apostles, angels, perhaps John Wesley himself comes to see you. I mean, seriously, because of the work you do, you've got a very special team. Their message, glad you're listening because you're the only one who is. I mean, that's kind of a joke, but you have had a very difficult time over time being the person who speaks for the truth. You're like the freaking Lorax, only it's not just the trees you're speaking for. It's everything. And it's been hard. But your team supports you and wants you to keep doing it. Oh, interesting. Free Shadow, good stuff. Cassandra, check out what Free Shadow just posted, saying it's not an obesity epidemic, it's a lack of muscle epidemic. Good thought. Very good. All right. There's a book there for you. River's Edge, good to see you. May I get some insight on a new business prospect, please? I feel like this may be a new prospect, but something you've wanted, or maybe with a person you've known for a long time, something you've wanted for a long time. It feels new, but not entirely new. I'll tell you that. And it has significant potential for either success or failure. So what do you need to know about it? If you're going to do it fully. This is not a thing you do in your free time. Well, I mean, it could be a thing you do in your free time, but there should be copious free time, and we don't call it free time. Like if you're going to do it, you got to do it. That's the key. Okay. Ephraim's Tricot et Tarot. I guess I pronounced that correctly. I don't know. Thanks for being here. I was wondering if the cards to tell me, excuse me, how do I break up with my religious elders, godparents? What does that conversation look like? I don't know if it is a conversation. I feel like they will try to shame you and make you feel guilty. I feel like you just need to walk away, but do it with love. Have love in your heart for them. Even if you have been religiously abused, have love in your heart for them, just walk away. Is there a conversation there? I don't know how you have a conversation with these people because they are not nuanced thinkers. They're not any kind of thinkers. They're just, you're wrong, they're right. I don't know that it is a conversation. I think you just do it. Good luck. Joyous Ocean, here's your question. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Oh, Ephraim, thank you so much for buying my book. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ness, I will need a nice long private reading with you. Okay, I will look forward to it. All right, Joyous Ocean, you're on. Decided to travel in June. What is more beneficial, mentally, physically, financially, if I'm concerned about the expense and the physicality of the salmon run in Alaska with Jada? Utah's for a conference and there might be a scholarship to attend. Can I do both or should I just pick one? You could do both. You can absolutely do both if you want. Totally up to you. If you just pick one, that's okay. It's probably better to just pick one, but if you want to do two, you could do both. You could. Martha, I'd like to connect better with my spiritual team. Maybe I'm too distracted by life. It's definitely been a challenging road. Yes. So how can you better connect with them, Martha? Just listen. I mean, I hate to say it, but just listen. In your prayers, listen. They'll be there. In time, they'll get used to it. Okay. Melodic divinity, cosmic purity. Messages from your spirit team, certainly. Yeah, there's something that's making you really anxious right now, but you don't need to be. You can just go forward and slay. Oh, that was last year's word, but yeah, seriously, whatever's making you anxious, don't be anxious. Just go forward and be great. Hang on a minute, overscrolled. Okay, Lily, you're up next. I'm thinking about having my tenant move out of my house in South Florida and me taking it back over in September and doing part-time here and part-time in Montana, where I've spent the last year, being a snowbird, perhaps. My question is this the right move for me? I like it. Yeah. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. It certainly is. I think you should do it. Oh, free shatter, you were feeling guilty. No guilt there. Okay, there it is. All right. From my perspective, I've gotten to everyone, and I am so sorry if I skipped anyone or if someone's just getting their question in right now, but the fact is I gotta go. I have to prepare for the next client. So my friends, I really appreciate all of you. Members, moderators, those of you who helped out with super chats and super stickers, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for playing with me today. Members, we have a members only live stream tomorrow at 5 p.m. Your personal cards. The link is already up. I will hope to see you then. I appreciate all of you so much. Take really good care.